Hey guys, what's going on? It's EpicNick100, and today I am bringing you guys another top 10 minifigures video. Now, it's been about 7-8 months since I've made a top 10 video. It's mostly just because I'm kind of limited with the LEGO Superheroes line to what I can actually do, so I'm wanting to space them out. Initially, I wanted to do this video a few months back, but then I heard of some of the new figures that I heard and saw some of the new figures that were coming out, and I decided to push off the video a little bit. So, in case you guys haven't looked at the title, today I am bringing you guys my top 10 LEGO DC Heroes minifigures. Now, personally, I think that DC Comics has, the best heroes in all of comics. Now, I'm not just saying that to, piss off any Marvel fanboy. It's just, personally, I feel that DC's heroes are more iconic. They've been around longer. They're all icons in their own right. Not all of them, obviously, but a good majority of them, like Superman and Wonder Woman, for instance. But it's just DC's heroes are they're some of my favorite characters in all of fiction, period. And I love all their movies, I love all the shows, I love everything about, the DC heroes. So I wanted to do this one video, and LEGO has made a lot of great LEGO superheroes throughout the years, and especially with the DC Comics superheroes. I think that LEGO has done a fantastic job. So I'm showcasing off my top 10 personal favorite LEGO DC superheroes figures. Now, mind you, before I get into my list, this is just my personal opinion. If you guys have totally different figures that you guys like, that is perfectly fine. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot like. So, these are just my personal favorites, and if you guys agree with me, that's great, But let me know down in the comments below which DC Comics hero is your favorite that LEGO has made into a minifigure. So, I think I've been rambling on for long enough, so let's get right into to this top 10 list. Alrighty, so starting off with number 10, we have Supergirl. Now, Supergirl, the show currently isn't the best in my opinion, but I think that the Supergirl minifigure is absolutely amazing. We got this figure back in 2015, back in the original LEGO Justice League line. And I don't think I reviewed this one set, or the set that she was in particular, but she came with Superman, Martian Manhunter, it was Superman, Martian Manhunter, and Brainiac's ship. Now, it's just, with Supergirl, personally, if you guys haven't been following, my top 10 videos, I mostly rank these figures out of either personal preference, unique quality overall, or just, its unique factor, my personal preference, or just printing. This figure is just more or less unique. We haven't gotten another Supergirl figure since then, and we never had a Supergirl figure up until 2015. So, I don't know, maybe in a couple years, LEGO might re-release a Supergirl figure. Might look the same, might not. I know that we just got a Supergirl in the Mighty Micros line, so, but that's Mighty Micros. It's not this style of LEGO figures. But she's got some really nice printing here on the torso, and then she's got the skirt, and then the leg printing, and the boots, and everything and all that. And she's got she's got the fabric cape, the spongy material, and then the printing just continues there onto the back. She doesn't have double molded legs because this figure came out before LEGO implemented those. But aside from that, I still really like this figure. But, I don't know, that's just me, and I have it down here at number 10 because it's one of my favorites, it's just my least favorite out of the 10 that I chose. So, that's it for number 10, so let's move on to number 9. Starting off with number 9 is Hawkgirl. So, Hawkgirl, she just came out in the brand new LEGO Batman movie set. It was the Justice League Anniversary Party. Now, the reason why I chose Hawkgirl and not Hawkman, or why I didn't have both of them here, was just mostly because LEGO did a better job overall on Hawkgirl. This one also kind of just, it doesn't go under the unique factor category. It's just kind of my personal preference. Hawkgirl was one of like my favorite characters on the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited shows, and I'm really glad that we finally got a Hawkgirl figure, an official one at least. So I just think it's really cool. She's got some nice printing. I kind of wish that LEGO made a better, they made like a new helmet mold for Hawkgirl, because she has one in like all the promotional material, or at least they give her like a different, like they put printing on the helmet like it was in the posters and in the movie, I think. But Hawkgirl just looks better. She's got the boot printing, which is better than what we got for Hawkman. We just got like some green on some gold legs, which didn't really look nice in my opinion. But then she's got the belt, and it kind of, you can kind of see it, but it continues onto the back. I'm not going to pluck apart the figure. So that's really it for Hawkgirl. Not really much to say, but still a really nice figure in my opinion, and if you're a LEGO DC fan, I think the Hawkgirl is a must-have for your collection. So that is it for number 9, so let's move on to number 8. Moving right along to number 8, we have Robin from the LEGO Batman movie. Now, I personally love this figure. This also falls under personal preference for me, but I absolutely love this figure. This is one of my favorite figures in general of 2017. Just because I don't collect every LEGO line doesn't mean that I don't like take a look at every LEGO line. And I was like, okay, that's a cool figure. This one I genuinely love. Now, it might not seem like much, and that's perfectly fine, but to me it's one of my personal favorites. And I love the LEGO Batman movie, and in case you guys haven't been following my channel, it should be kind of obvious considering I have like a third of the sets. So, I don't know, it's just really cool. And I love the headpiece where it's like the hair merged with the goggles, and then he's got nice printing throughout, and he's got double molded legs with the red boots. And he's got this nice yellow cape that has a shiny interior that you can kind of see it there on the light right here. But it looks really cool, and I love this figure overall, and Robin was one of my favorite parts of the LEGO Batman movie. So I think that's it for number 8, so let's move on to number 7. Moving along to number 7 is Firestorm. Now, Firestorm actually just came out in the brand new wave of the LEGO DC superhero sets, in the continuation of the Justice League line, which I was very happy about when we were getting more sets from that wave. But Firestorm is really cool. He's on here purely because of like the unique factor. Firestorm is an interesting character as is, considering he's actually 2 people inside one body, which I thought was really cool. And it's just the fact that LEGO repurposed this piece that we got from like Green Goblin's pumpkin bombs and repurposed it into a head for Firestorm, which I think is really cool. And there's not a whole lot of printing aside from just the head and the torso, so which is why I went ahead and like modified it. I'm not gonna do that here on camera because I just took off those parts and put on the original ones for the video. But I kind of explained it in my LEGO Justice League figures collection video from a couple weeks ago, but it just, to me, that looks better. But here, it's mostly just because of how like unique the figure is, and to be completely honest, I don't think we're going to get a Firestorm figure for either a very long time or ever, in my opinion. But who knows? So I think that's it for number 7, so let's move on to number 6. Moving right along to number 6 is actually a tie between Green Arrow and Black Canary. Now, I know it's a top 10 video, and this technically makes it 11 figures, but I couldn't decide. I really love both of these figures, so this is more of just like a personal preference for me, and also because of the fact that they both have really nice printing, in my opinion. And they're some of my favorite LEGO Superheroes figures that have been made so far. But Green Arrow and Black Canary, these are both the figures from the LEGO Batman movie. Green Arrow actually came from the Justice League Anniversary Party set, and Black Canary just came out in the most recent LEGO Batman movie Series 2 collectible minifigures. So, it was kind of annoying at first because I really wanted to get this figure. I wanted to get Black Canary on top of like ahead of like all the other figures, because it's just Black Canary. LEGO hasn't made a Black Canary yet, and I've been wanting one for years now, and I'm just really glad that we have an official one, and that LEGO did such a great job with it. And with Green Arrow, the only complaint that I have about Green Arrow is just the fact that, like, his goatee isn't as visible. It's definitely there, and I don't think it's going to show up on camera, but you can kind of see it. It's, like, very faint around the mouth. I kind of wish that LEGO redid that and chose something else. But it is Green Arrow's classic look, which I'm always a sucker for, like, classic comic book looks. And unfortunately, they both don't have, like, double-sided or double-molded legs with the boots and stuff, but the printing makes up for it, and it's just like the classic looks, and that's what I really like. So that is it for number 6, so let's move on to the final 5 figures. Kicking off the final 5 is Cyborg. Now, this is the Cyborg figure from the 2015 set, from the original Justice League wave. And personally, it's just every Cyborg figure that's come after it, I don't think it holds up to this one. I love this figure too much, in my opinion. But this one, like, my god, it's just, there's a lot of nice printing on this figure, and that's why it's on here. It's just, like, from the back, like, to the front, with all the lines and the intricate printing that LEGO put into this figure. And it's just the fact that we got, like, this head mold for the first time was absolutely amazing. So that's really why Cyborg's on here. I like the Justice League movie Cyborg. It kind of annoys me that we have like one of the arms is the cannon that's supposed to serve as like a stud shooter. But I don't know. And then the one from the most recent Justice League sets, I don't know. It's just I don't like that look. It's like Cyborg's later New 52 look / like DC Rebirth look. I'm just not a fan of the Rebirth looks as a whole, in my opinion. I kind of like the New 52 looks a bit more, but then I'm always going to love the classic looks. So, but Cyborg here is pretty cool. This is actually the Cyborg this is how Cyborg looks in LEGO Batman 3, which is one of my top 3 I'm going to say like top 5 LEGO games. So I really hope that we get a LEGO Batman 4, and that Cyborg looks either slightly different, or totally different, or just the same, because I really wouldn't care. But that's it for number 5, so let's move on to number 4. Alright, so I know what you're going to say, like, man, you have 2 ties in this list? Yes, I do, and I don't care, because it's my video. But at number 4, it's a tie between the Wonder Twins, Zane and Jayna. So mostly, I was gonna have one of them on here regardless, and they're not really that different, to be completely honest. It's just different printing here and there, but I feel like I had to put both on there because they're called the Wonder Twins, and if I just showed one twin, it would have been really weird, in my opinion. But I just knocked it over. But the Wonder Twins are really, really cool. They're kind of like they're really kind of campy characters when you think about it, because they showed up in the Super Friends cartoon from the 70s, and they're mostly well known as as part of the Super Friends, and you know, they have like really goofy powers, like Zane can turn into anything water related, and Jayna can turn into anything animal related, and they like bump their fists together to say Wonder Twins, like powers activate. They're really campy, but the figures are so well done, in my opinion. Now, these are both in the brand new Series 2 LEGO Batman movie collectible minifigures, and that actually really annoys me. It's just the fact that the parts feel so similar that it's really likely that you're going to end up getting 2 of the same Wonder Twin. Like, a couple of my friends both got, they got like 2 Zane figures, and I got the Zane figure once, and then I bought the Jayna figure off of Bricklink. I bought the rest of the figures that I wanted off of Bricklink, but the figures themselves are really cool. They have double molded arms and legs, which looks so nice. They have really nice back printing with the belt that loops around to the front, and then they have their individual like Z and J on their chests, and then they have the collars, and then the cool I don't even know what these hair pieces are from, but I know that they've been around for a few years at this point. But I've been rambling on for long enough about the Wonder Twins, So that is it for number 4. So let's move in to the top 3. Kicking off the top 3 is Blue Beetle. Now, I realize he might be a little bit hard to see because of the blue background. That's just error on my part. But Blue Beetle is absolutely amazing. He's one of those like kind of out there characters for me, at least. He's becoming a lot more mainstream now thanks to Young Justice and Injustice 2. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Blue Beetle again in Season 3 of Young Justice, which is supposed to come out this year. But LEGO did such a great job on this figure. This is definitely, obviously, one of my favorite DC Heroes figures. But it's just the fact that, you know, we got double molded boots on him in a different color this time around, I think, because this is still kind of... This set came out in 2016 when he came out, but I don't know, I think it was still kind of a time where LEGO was very selective about the figures that they use double molded boots on. Now you can kind of get it in at least 1 or 2 sets of every wave now, so this is pretty cool. And then he's got like the whole like Beetle apparatus, like the new piece right here around his neck. The wings that we've seen before, but they're still really cool, and they're in a trans blue color. It's like a very trans, it's a very faint trans light blue kind of thing. But he's got a really nice printing on the head and on the torso, and it actually continues onto the back that you can kind of see through the wings there. But that is really it for Blue Beetle. So it's just, in general, it's just a personal preference for me, and I really like it. So that is it for Blue Beetle and number 3. So let's move on to number 2. Alright, so the runner-up for my favorite LEGO DC superhero figure is the Flash from the Justice League movie sets. Now, I think a lot of people might agree with me, but this figure is amazing. It's just, there's a lot of nice printing on it. We got a new Flash cowl that's movie accurate. That was what I was kind of concerned about when I thought about how LEGO would do these sets. But I thought that it was absolutely great, like the way that this figure turned out. And it's just a lot of nice printing. The lighting might be kind of bad because he's like a bright red figure like all over his body, but it might show up better when I'm editing. But there's like nice seamless silver lines that go throughout the entire suit, and then it goes onto the back, and it's mostly bright red, but it's like dark red on the actual torso and the head, just to give like a bit of contrast to it. But it just looks really great, and I'm glad that LEGO did such a great job on this figure. And the Flash is one of my favorite parts of the Justice League movie. So, yeah. But that is it for the Flash and number 2. So let's move on to number 1. Now, my number 1 favorite LEGO DC superhero minifigure is Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman movie set. Now, you guys might be wondering, like, okay, well, is Wonder Woman your favorite superhero? She's actually not. Batman's my favorite superhero, but I absolutely love this figure to death. Like, it's just, I like the lighter color scheme compared to the BVS sets and the Justice League sets. And Wonder Woman was such a great movie, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. And I really like the set, too. For $30, you can get this figure. And I'm pretty sure you can still buy this set in stores right now. So, if you're a LEGO superhero fan, I definitely think that you should go and pick up the Wonder Woman set. It's $30. You get Steve Trevor, Wonder Woman, and you get like a giant buildable Ares, which I thought was super, super cool. But Wonder Woman just has like a lot of nice printing, especially with the bracelets now, and the skirt, and just like all the lines on the torso. Just, it's really, really accurate to the movie. And the shield is really nice. It was a different shield than what she has in the BVS set and in the Justice League set. So that is it for my top 10 LEGO DC Superheroes minifigures. So I think we're rambling on for long enough, so let's get into the closing of this video. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this top 10 video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I know that, you know, the series has kind of been on and off. I have I think like 2 or 3 more of these videos planned out before I think I'm totally out of ideas for top 10 figures before I start repeating myself. And I really don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to get all these out while I still can. I'm not going to be having these like every month or so. I'm just going to be doing them like when I want to and when I feel it's appropriate. But I should have another collection video up probably next week, and then I'm going to start getting the reviews out for the Infinity War sets. I've ultimately decided I'm just going to get all 6 because I want all the Infinity Stones, I want all the figures, and to be honest, I've grown a general fondness for all of them, I think. So yeah, just stay tuned for those. You know, who knows, I might be getting them early, depending on if stores around me get them early, so that'd be really, really good for me. So I can get those reviews out for you so you guys can see them. But aside from that, thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Links are down in the description below. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.